Ooh, Virgo. Tough year, babes. Oh, of course. Did you see how the Ten of Swords just jumped out? It was like, listen, it is what it is, Leona. That's why I keep doing that. It is what it is, Leona. And we can see that the card that I gave and associated to Virgos was Ten of Swords. Here twice. They said, no, we ain't mincing words. Fine. I'll leave that there. Sarze says, Leona negotiated on behalf of Virgos has me in stitches. I'm trying. Spirit is not collaborating or cooperating with me. All right. What does Virgo still need to integrate or understand at this point? That's a lot of cards. Apparently, we still need to know a lot. Fine. Ace of Pentacles, Emperor, Nine of Pentacles, and Five of Pentacles. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad. I'm going to have to use Tiger's Eye for this reading. At the bottom of the deck, King of Swords. I can't say what I was about to say, but hey, King of Swords, indeed. All right. Virgos, okay? So Virgo, mutable energy, showing up in the Ten of Swords, still very much focused on the necessary medicine for yourselves and for the collective. Your lessons for the end of the year. Balance and integration. And actually, I'm glad. I'm feeling a very different energy than what I, in my human self, was seeing when I looked at the reading. Now that I'm tuned in spiritually, the Justice card here and the Devil card here are actually about overcoming. Okay, this is about justice energy that comes in to deal with the devil experiences in your life, rather than you still being under the foot of the devil. Okay, this is Oya here in this particular card. Okay, this is a fight, this is a battle, this is resistance, this is power, this is divine order and divine justice coming to correct what has been out of line. And as you go through this, there is almost like a need with the Temperance card to maintain your balance during this experience of what I feel like is coming through as like divine law. And Sarah says, justice, intellect, and conscience can deal with devil's vices. So the divine law here, there is a need, like there is going to be a lot of changeable energy, I feel like. I might put a little bit more on this towards the end of the year. This is really about maintaining your balance. Now, I really love the Temperance card in this particular deck because it also speaks to love after death, I think is the message, where it is like a love after an ending. So there is like with the rainbow energy here, like beauty that comes after destruction. Whoops. Well, we'll take it. And Spirit, you need to make this reading for all Virgos and not me specifically, you know. The Virgo collective, Three of Swords is at the bottom. So part of what you are negotiating with the Two of Wands, right? Three of Swords, Two of Wands. What you're negotiating is the opening up of paths, but the heart is the portal. I always say this. The paths, the timelines, the possibilities, what can happen, what can come, what can be made out of your life is all defined by the heart space. All of it comes, it flows. There is a biblical scripture that says, guard the heart, for out of it is the wellspring of life. Like the heart is the direction, it is the compass here. And you are still wounded, hurting, some of you heartbroken, disappointed, whatever the spectrum is. And there is a need to continue to remove the swords from the heart space so that the timelines and the possibilities and that life can open up for you. Yes, Spirit, I claim it because I need a whole lot to open up for me. The other aspect of this is the balancing act of the giving and receiving in your life. Virgo, you are empty, parched, have been going without for a very long time, hence this Seven of Pentacles and the Five of Wands, but I'll come to it. And it's really interesting because I said to Taurus, you know, what is Virgo offering Taurus? And it was Five of Wands, and you've shown up as the Five of Wands. So there is a deep lack, neglect, really not having enough, and there is a need to be aware of your deep hunger and how that shows up in connection with others, Virgo. Because as you start to go into this mutual exchange, and this is all kinds of connections, friendships, career, family, love, even exchange with divine spirit itself and your spirit teams, as you start getting into this exchange, you can feel, Virgo, and I stress feel, that things are imbalanced because you're not full on what you're being given. But I put it like this, and actually maybe this isn't the best example because stomachs don't really work this way, but take this as just as a metaphor in some ways. Imagine that you have not eaten in, I don't know, 2 weeks. And I really hope this isn't triggering for people who are in poverty or scarcity or like food deserts. My deep compassion and prayer for justice energy for you. But let's say, for example, you've gone without a meal for a really long time, and then you go to someone's house and they make you a bowl of soup. That's a good idea. And then that's it. Now, we know, particularly for people who fast, that like soup is an appetite opener. Okay, like it can prepare the stomach to receive more. And so what happens is you receive, this person has made you a meal, but all it's done is open your appetite, and it's then you know you're really hungry for the next thing, but soup was all they were giving. The point I'm making is they gave you a meal. They didn't like leave you starving. Maybe they made you a gorgeous soup. But because you're so hungry, you need more than that one soup. And so you have to be really careful in your life at this particular season, Virgo, of being like hungry hippo. For those of you who know the childhood game, you don't go into situations and go rump, 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 like just like there's this, it's not actually gluttony, but it is deep starvation. And you have to be careful that you don't end up literally eating the person. This is a very weird message, I know, it sounds strange, but you're at risk of consuming people whole, Virgo, because you're so hungry. And then there's this other energy here where when you're not getting enough, so when you get the soup and then you realize that the person is not, I remember it's a metaphor, I'm not being literal, but when you realize in your life that whatever it is that you're being given, there's not more coming, then you're Queen of Wands and you're big mad, you're angry, right? And then you're ready to fight. And I've been saying this, Virgo has been in a fighting energy for most of the year, but your fight is directed in the wrong direction here if you start fighting the person or the people or the situations in your life that are actually giving to you, because they are the Knight of Cups. Love, like I said, regeneration, the restoration of love after a hard time, beauty after difficulty, and it is a process, a journey. Knight of Cups is a moving energy here, and you can see you're moving towards this beautiful waterfall. There will be abundance, there will be overflow. Right now, the rainbow is coming out of a very tiny pot, but there will be much more to come. But if you start getting mad and angry at the people who are actually giving to you because you don't feel like you're getting enough, it is an act of self-sabotage here. So towards the end of this year, your work is to continue the work of balancing, and it is a continuous balancing act, okay? It's not just that you find balance and you're like, this is it, this is the ratio. This reading is a little bit of a drag for me. Let's just say, for example, that you get into like a really good place with someone, a friend, and you feel really connected to this friend, and you and this friend speak every day, and you're really comfortable with that balance of things in your life. You're starting to feel like you're healing and growing. And then maybe there's a change and this friend can't speak to you, I don't know, for a day or two. And, you know, this is a rebalancing act. You can't just be like, well, it was working for me when we were speaking every day, and that's the balance that I like, and so you're inflexible. The movement of this Temperance card, the movement of the alchemy, pouring one thing into the other, is recognizing the changeable. You are mutable, Virgo, changeable energy here, adjustments. So for the rest of the year, you may find that things don't just feel Taurus stable. They don't feel solid as a rock. Okay, they are in flux, and it is your work to keep moving your energy, your compassion, your grace, your needs, your love, your participation in flow. You've basically got to be like a ballet dancer. And actually, dance may even help you to think about the yin yang with others, but also just the movement of energy. But there is divine justice here. It is here, but it is stormy and it will create some upheaval for you as it happens. So you need to generate an internal balance, as your external life is going to be a bit topsy-turvy, I can't lie to you. Will this year teach you, Virgo? I mean, in some ways I've already said that. But I feel like what it has really taught you is there's something with this 10 of Wands card here about portals and energy opening or possibilities. There's something with this Queen of Swords energy here that is about discernment. 10 of Pentacles and 2 of Cups is the ultimate value, the vision, the things that should be created, the abundance in your life, the connections, the beauty that you would want to be experiencing. And this year has taught you about what is in the way, if I'm going to be honest. Which is why you've been in 10 of Swords, because you know that the 10 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups, the love, the family, the career success, the abundance, the healing, the spiritual connection, you know all of that is your portion. You know that that is what you desire to experience and what you can / should be experiencing, and yet you haven't been. 10 of Swords, you've been going without, and it's been creating this deep suffering. But the Queen of Swords is about teaching you and giving you the perspective. What has been in the way? Because you have the Devil card. You know how I like to call it? Devil in the doorway. And you have gone through this year to learn the perspective of what is in the way of your blessings. You've had to learn.
Hey beaus, thanks for taking the time to listen or to watch this reading. I hope the messages I've shared here have been helpful and resonant for you. If you feel like it is connecting with what's happening in your life at the moment, then you can watch the full message on vimeo.com/on-demand/leonanicholeblack, and all the different zodiac readings are up there every month. If you feel like actually you could do some one-to-one support, come and see me and talk about your personal circumstances, then go to my website nicoleblack.com/shop, and you'll see options for personal readings there. And if what you really need is community and connection and being able to grow together with others, to learn, to share yourself, then check out House of Black. It's a space that I run. We have a beautiful community, super dope people, weekly activities, and you can see what we offer at patreon.com/leonanicholeblack. Thank you so much for being with me and for supporting my work.